So it's 2026 and you're still saving for rent without getting anything in return?
What?
That money should be doing a whole lot more for you. In less than 10 minutes, I'm going to show you how you can make money and earn passive income from your rent without doing anything but saving. So sit down, pull your ears, and pay attention. A quick intro before we get into this video. I'm Vanessa, and I've been working remotely for over 6 years and investing for over 3 years. So far, I've been able to work with multiple foreign companies and build a multi-million naira investment portfolio across multiple assets. And I did this all while living in Nigeria. In a world where there's an overflow of think pieces and financial gurus, I'm here to share practical tips from my experience that has helped me and might help you too. Yes. So now let's go back to the topic of conversation, your rent. This saving method is something I've done for the past 3 years and it has helped me make well over 1 million naira in passive income. It's tested and trusted, but you need to be willing to save up to 3 months in advance. So you should note that before watching the rest of this video. So here's how I make money from my rent. Stay with me. First of all, I usually spend the first 3 months of the year saving for rent. I call this my SAPA period because I sacrifice all forms of enjoyment just so that I can save for my rent in bulk and pay it by December at the end of the year. This system works for me because I know that after the hardship of those 3 months, I can have peace of mind and be rest assured that my rent is already covered. And not only is my rent covered, but I'm going to be making extra money that I didn't have to work for by the end of the year. So, after saving for my rent for those 3 months, I head over to the app that is going to help us earn money passively from this rent. I personally use Rise for this. Risevest is an investment app for Africans. It is licensed by the Nigerian Security and Exchange Commission, and they also have a US brokerage license. They help Africans and people in diaspora invest in a variety of assets wisely and safely. Before you continue, you should know that this video is not sponsored by Risevest. I'm just putting you guys onto something that has been a game changer for my finance in the past 3 years. If you want me to create a separate video with the full details of how I use Risevest to save for my passive income, let me know in the comments. Now, back to the topic. So Risevest has a high yield fixed savings feature on their app called the Naira Vault. On the Naira Vault, you can lock up your savings from 1 month to up to a year plus and generate high interest rates from it. So when I'm done saving up for my rent at the start of the year, I lock up my money in the Naira Vault for 9 months. I'm going to use my example to give you a little breakdown of what you can expect when you're saving through the Naira Vault. If you're locking up less than 500,000 naira for 9 months, you can earn up to 15% interest rates. If you're locking up 500 to 1 million naira on Risevest, you can earn up to 18% interest rates after 9 months. If you're locking up 1 million to 5 million on Risevest, you can earn up to 20% interest rates for 9 months. And if you're locking 5 million and above on the Naira Vault for 9 months, you're entitled to earn 22% interest rates after 9 months. The interest rates depend on the amount you're locking and the time that you're locking this money up for. The higher the amount and the longer the time, the more money you earn. That's why at the start of this video, I recommended you should save up for your rent at least 3 months in advance so that you can make the best out of the Naira Vault on Rise. You should note that you should also be willing to lock up this money for that duration of time without touching it. Because if you withdraw your money before the tenure, you're going to have to pay fees. That's just how it works for any fixed income accounts. Look it up. Also, if you're worried about the taxes, Risevest takes a 10% withholding tax from the profit of this Naira Vault. So, in my case, the rent for my 2-bedroom apartment in Abuja is 3 million naira per year. Once I'm done locking up this money on Risevest for 9 months, I'm entitled to earn 600,000 naira before taxes and 540,000 naira after taxes that I didn't work for. And I can choose to reinvest this money, or I can just choose to put it towards my dirty December funds because life is for the living. So there you have it. That's how I earn passive income while saving for my rent on Rise. If you're willing to check the app out and sign up, I'll leave a link in the description box. And if you use my referral code, you're going to get a special bonus. This is something that applies to all the users on Rise. So I'm not special, I'm not an influencer. And again, this video is not sponsored by Rise. I know that there was a lot to take in this video. So make sure you save it so that you can come back to watch it later. Share it with your friends so that you can all make money together. Subscribe to my YouTube channel for more practical tips like this. And make sure you turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss any of my videos. If you have any questions at all, drop them in the comments and I'll try my best to get through as much of them as possible. Welcome to the Naira Nessa Money team. I'll catch you in the next video.